It is really hard to find a good hairstylist. Why is that? We're going to talk about what are some of the things that you need to ask or look for when you're looking for a new hairstylist. Raise your hand if you've ever had a bad haircut. Me too. Look, we've all been there, right? You know, we have well intentions. We moved to a new city, or our hairstylist moved away, or we just didn't like what our old hairstylist did, right? So we look for a new one. Or we see somebody's hair that's in a grocery store and we really like it. We ask her, hey, where'd you get your hair done? You know, we're trying things out. It is really hard to find a good hairstylist. Why is that? Why is that? You know why? Because with all the hairstylists that's on Instagram, it looks like everybody is so talented, but yet they don't have the skills when you meet them. Why is that? Because a picture, you can do anything in a picture. There's filters, there's all kinds of stuff. We're going to talk about what are some of the things that you need to ask or look for when you're looking for a new hairstylist. I think it's kind of fun because I get to live vicariously through my sister, who has always had a hard time finding a stylist. She lives in the greater Kansas City area, and she's gone through so many stylists. I can't even begin to tell you how many. Maybe she'll like the stylist or she'll like what they did, and then the next time she goes in, they either like have to rebook her a whole bunch of different times because they keep calling and canceling, or they're late for the appointment, or she'll be sitting there waiting and they're nowhere to be seen, and then all of a sudden they walk in the front door with a Starbucks and don't even apologize for being late, or they just don't listen, or they talk to other people the whole time that she's sitting in their chair, so she doesn't even know if they're paying attention to her. Just things, right? Or the salon is filthy dirty, or they gave a terrible shampoo, like she still had like color in her hair. There are things. And you might have experienced these things too. So if you have, leave me a comment, let me know. Because there's all kinds of things. And you know what, in our industry, when we know better, we do better, right? So we need to know this, and so we can rise above the stigma of what's been placed on our industry, so we can all be more professional. So if we can help the public uplift our industry, as well as ourselves uplift our industry, we're going to be on a better road and a better future and a better profession, right? That's what I think. How do you find a good hairstylist? First things first, I would just do some research. Get on Instagram, get on Facebook, get on Yelp, type in your town hairstylist or hairstylist near me, and look and see who's out there. And then go to their website, see what they say. Does the website even look good? Do they have a portfolio? Do they have where they're located? Do they have about me? Can you look them up? Do they have reviews? Do they have testimonials? Do a little bit of background research on whoever you're looking for. And then look at their pictures, look at their portfolio. What type of hair does it look like they specialize in? Do they do mostly short haircuts? Do they do long haircuts? Do they do the same waves on every single head of hair? People do that. Do they do extensions on every single person? Do they do, stripey highlights? I don't know what you're looking for. Just do a little bit of research. Then see if you can find out how much experience they have. There's some telltale signs, like when did their social media begin? See if you could tell by their portfolio about what kind of experience they do have, like with different types of texture, with length. I don't know, you get my general idea there. When you're doing your research, also see where they're located. Is it convenient for you? Do you have to go all the way on the other side of the city to get to them? Do they have ample parking? Do you have to pay for parking? I know there's a salon out on the West Coast that, you had to pay by the hour for parking, and it was quite expensive because it was in California. Even though I think the salon paid for the parking, but only if you were getting a certain amount of services. So it was kind of odd. So you just need to know that it depends on where you live. Most places don't have that problem. Price, compare their prices for other people if you can. I mean, they should have that on their website or somewhere, how much they charge. See if they compare to other people in the area, but also see if you can book a consultation with them so they can kind of give you a price quote. Or maybe you're just going in for a haircut. They should say what their haircut prices are. Color's a little bit more tricky because it just depends on where you're starting and what you're wanting, and if they can do it all in one session, and the length of your hair, all kinds of things, amount of product, it's a lot. But compare them with other prices of other stylists in the area, and then also see if you can afford to keep this up. So maybe you have darker hair and you're wanting to go blonde. You need to know what the maintenance is to do that, because if, depending on their pricing, you might not be able to afford to go to them each time. And that could be a problem after a while, right? Then also look at their availability. How far out in advance are they available? Now this could be good or bad. It depends on how you're looking at it. So if you call and they go, yeah, no problem, I've got it at 3 o'clock today. Woo, that might be a red flag, because they might not be very good. That means they're still trying to build their book. I said that wrong. They might be good and they still might be trying to build the books, but you don't know the story. Most people don't have availability the day of. I'm just saying. Now, there's cancellations that happen. They could say, hey, I just happen to have a cancellation today. If you can make today work, great. That's a whole different story. But if they're like, oh yeah, anytime today, come on by. That's a red flag, my friend. Yeah. I do know some really great stylists that have an occasional weird gap that they can fit you in. Take it for what it is. I just think that's a red flag unless they tell you what's going on. Also look and see how far out in advance. If it's like a month to even get on their books, do a little bit of background check to see if they have the skills to back that up. They might be busy, but I know stylists who are busy and they don't do a very good job. They're just busy because people like them. There are likable people out there that you feel bad for not going to them. Book a consultation. That's what I would, especially with a brand new stylist that's new to you. And then at the consultation, there are things that you want to think about. Are they even asking you the right questions? Are they looking you eyeball to eyeball? Are they listening to you? Do you feel like they're hearing what you're saying? Or are they standing behind you just messing with your hair, thinking of a plan in their brain, and they're not really paying attention to what you have? Because people do that. And do they tell you what you can expect? If you're wanting this high maintenance kind of thing, are they saying, yeah, no problem, we could do it today? Or are they saying, this might take us 3 sessions to get you there, but we'll get you there? And then make sure that they're very, very transparent about the price and the maintenance of the look you're going for. So you should get a price quote before you even start. Okay, so there's no surprises. That's just professionalism in my book. By following these steps, you can at least find a hairstylist that maybe can, at least you know what to expect, right? Now, it's still going to be a personality thing. It's going to see if they're listening to you. You're going to try them once or twice to see, I'd give them, if you're not 100% satisfied the first time, I'd at least give them one more time. I wouldn't give them more than 2 times. If they can't hit it out of the park in 2 times, there's other stylists out there just waiting for you. Anyway, hope this helps. Happy hair hunting, happy hairstylist hunting. If you have any questions or if you've had any experiences, let me know below. Remember to like and subscribe, and always remember, when you know better, you do better.